Bro, listen to me for 7 seconds because this right here is the difference between people who stay broke forever and people who quietly build real wealth. Getting paid doesn't make you rich. What you do right after getting paid does. Most people treat payday like permission to relax. Rich people treat it like a command to move. And if you don't have a system for those first 24 hours after money hits your account, your paycheck is already gone before you even touch it. Let me show you the 7 things you should do immediately after getting paid because this is where the game actually gets decided. Number 1, pay yourself first before life steals it. Here's the rule most people know, but almost nobody follows. The first thing you do after getting paid is move money out of your checking account and into savings and investments. Not later, not after bills, not once I see what's left, first. Because if the money stays visible, it gets spent automatically. Rent, food, subscriptions, impulse buys, life will take every dollar it can reach. When you pay yourself first, you flip the script. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Even if it's a small percentage at first, consistency matters more than amount. This one habit alone separates adults from people who feel broke no matter how much they earn. But we're just getting warmed up. Number 2, lock down your non-negotiables. Next move, cover your essentials immediately. Rent, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, anything that keeps your life stable gets handled early. Why? Because uncertainty creates stress, and stress leads to dumb decisions. When your core bills are paid, your brain relaxes. You stop making panic purchases. You stop telling yourself stories like, I deserve this just to cope. Rich people don't wait until the last minute to pay bills because they understand something important. Stability is leverage. Once the basics are handled, every remaining dollar becomes a tool instead of a worry. And now that your foundation is solid, here's where people usually mess things up. Number 3, kill high interest debt aggressively. Listen carefully, dude. High interest debt is a silent tax on your future. Credit cards, personal loans, anything charging insane interest, those are emergencies wearing a friendly mask. After you've paid essentials, your next priority should be attacking the worst debt you have. Not ignoring it, not minimum payments forever, attacking it. Every extra dollar you throw at high interest debt gives you a guaranteed return. No investment beats eliminating a 20% interest rate. Rich people hate debt that doesn't produce income because it steals options from future them. And if you're serious about freedom, you have to treat this like a mission. But don't worry, it's not all sacrifice. Number 4, set aside guilt-free spending. This part surprises people. After saving, bills, and debt, you should intentionally assign some money for enjoyment. Not accidentally spend it, assign it. Fund money without guilt. Why? Because willpower is finite. If you try to be perfect, you'll eventually snap and binge spend. Rich people don't rely on discipline alone, they design systems that are sustainable. When you know you're allowed to enjoy a portion of your money, you stop rebelling against your own plan. This is how you stay consistent long-term instead of swinging between extreme saving and extreme spending. But enjoyment without awareness is dangerous, which leads to the next move. Audit your spending patterns. After you get paid is the perfect time to look backward before you move forward. Check where your money went last pay period. Not to judge yourself, to learn. What surprised you? What felt worth it? What didn't? Rich people review numbers the way athletes review game film. Not emotionally, strategically. If you don't look at your spending, you repeat the same mistakes on autopilot. Awareness alone can cut waste without you trying harder. This habit takes maybe 10 minutes, but it compounds into thousands over time. And once you see your patterns clearly, you can make smarter decisions with what comes next. And now that your foundation is solid, here's where people usually mess things up. Number 6, invest in future you. Here's where thinking shifts from survival to growth. After getting paid, ask yourself one powerful question. How can I use some of this money to make future me stronger? That might mean investing, yes, but it could also mean upgrading skills, buying better food, improving sleep, joining a gym you'll actually use, or paying for tools that save time. Rich people don't just save money, they reinvest it into themselves, because the more capable you become, the easier money gets to earn. This is how income grows instead of staying flat. And once you start doing this consistently, your relationship with money changes permanently. Number 7, plan the next paycheck before it hits. This is the final move, and it's what locks everything in. Before the next paycheck hits, decide where it's going. Assign jobs to your dollars ahead of time. When money arrives without a plan, it disappears. When money arrives with instructions, it builds. This doesn't have to be complicated, just intentional. Rich people don't wing their finances, they design them. And the wild part, once this becomes routine, money stops feeling stressful. You stop reacting, you start directing. That's when wealth stops feeling impossible and starts feeling inevitable. Payday is a fork in the road. So here's the truth, bro. Every paycheck is a fork in the road. One path leads to short-term comfort and long-term stress. The other leads to short-term discipline and long-term freedom. The difference isn't income, it's behavior. If you handle your money correctly in the first 24 hours after getting paid, the rest of the month becomes easier, lighter, calmer, more controlled. And once you build this habit, you don't need motivation anymore. The system does the work for you. The question is simple. Next payday, will you let your money run you, or will you finally take control? If this helped you even a little, do me a favor, like and subscribe.